You know, I was talking to my friend, Helen, just last week. She's 72, sharp as a tack, still tends her garden every morning. But she told me something that stopped me in my tracks. She said, lately, I've noticed. I can't get up off the floor if I kneel down. Now, that might not sound like a big deal at first. But here's the truth, that simple struggle. That's one of the clearest warning signs that your body is losing the strength it needs to keep you independent. And if you don't act now, it could mean needing help for the simplest tasks, or worse, a nursing home, far sooner than you ever imagined. So today, we're going to talk about the number one red flag that predicts whether you'll need assisted living within the next 5 years. And more importantly, how to stop it before it's too late. Because here's the good news, this isn't just getting older. This is something you can fight back against. Hi, I'm Betty and I'm so happy you're joining me today. Before we dive into today's important topic, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with all of you from around the world, so now let's begin. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had to use your hands to push yourself up from a chair? Or felt your legs shake when you stand after sitting for a while? Maybe you've even avoided sitting on low couches or the floor because you're not sure you could get back up. If that sounds familiar, pay very close attention, because what you're feeling isn't just stiffness. It's your muscles quietly giving up. And here's why that's so dangerous. The moment you lose the strength to get up on your own, without grabbing furniture, without struggling, your risk of falls skyrockets. And falls? They're the fastest ticket to losing your independence. One broken hip, one bad injury, and suddenly, you're looking at months of rehab, or worse, needing full-time care. But here's what most doctors won't tell you, this isn't inevitable. In fact, there's one critical muscle group that, if you strengthen it now, can literally save you from ever needing a nursing home. And the best part? You don't need a gym. You don't need weights. You can start rebuilding this strength today, right in your living room. Let's talk about your legs. Specifically, your quadriceps, those big muscles on the front of your thighs. They're the engines that power you up from a chair, out of bed, even off the toilet. And when they weaken, that's when you start needing help for things you've done effortlessly your whole life. So here's your first life-saving habit, the sit-to-stand test. Try this right now, if you can. Sit in a firm chair, no arms, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up without using your hands. Could you do it smoothly? Or did you rock forward, push off your knees, or worse, not make it up at all? If you struggled, don't panic, but do take this as your wake-up call. Because the science is clear. Seniors who can't do 5 sit-to-stands in under 12 seconds are significantly more likely to need long-term care within a few years. But the good news? You can reverse this. Starting today. Further ahead in this video we'll dive into the exact exercises that rebuild this strength. No equipment, no pain, just simple movements that could keep you independent for decades. But for now, try that test. Be honest with yourself. Because the sooner you face this, the sooner you can fight back. And remember, this isn't about fear. It's about power. The power to keep living life on your terms. So stay with me, because your strongest years could still be ahead. Let me tell you about my other friend, Harold. He's 78, used to be a high school football coach, strong as an ox his whole life. But last year, he told me something that broke my heart. He said, I had to ask my son to install grab bars in my bathroom, because I was scared I wouldn't be able to get off the toilet. Now, Harold's no quitter. But here's what happened, like so many of us, he thought those little struggles, needing his hands to push up from the couch, holding the railing a little tighter on stairs, were just normal aging. Until one day, they weren't. Until those small losses added up to needing help for the most private moments of his life. But here's what's incredible, after just 6 weeks of doing the exact exercises I'm about to share with you, Harold sent me a video of himself standing up from his kitchen chair. No hands, no struggle, just pure strength. And friends, that's the power of taking action before it's too late. So let's get straight to what really works. Not gym routines. Not painful workouts. Just 3 simple exercises that target precisely the muscles keeping you independent. First, the magic chair move. You don't even need a chair for this one, despite the name. Here's how it works: stand in front of a sturdy surface, like your kitchen counter, and practice sitting back slowly, as if lowering into a chair, then rise back up without using your hands. Can't do it yet? No shame. Hold the counter lightly for balance, but let your legs do the work. This isn't about pride, it's about rebuilding what's been lost. Do just 5 of these, twice a day. Not tomorrow. Today. Because every time you do, you're telling your muscles, we're not done yet. Next, the invisible stair climb. This one's my secret weapon. While brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil, lift one knee slightly, hold the counter if needed, and press that foot down hard into the floor, like you're stomping on an invisible step. Feel your thigh tighten? That's your quadriceps, your standing up muscle, waking back up. Alternate legs for 30 seconds. Do this every time you're at the sink. No extra time needed. Just turning daily habits into strength-building moments. Finally, the newspaper pickup. Here's the truth: bending down is the moment most seniors realize they're in trouble. So let's fix it. Place a pillow on the floor, or use your actual newspaper if you're steady. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, bend at the knees, not the waist, and practice picking it up. Too easy? Try pausing halfway up for 3 seconds. This builds the eccentric strength that stops falls mid-motion. Do 3 reps whenever you walk past that pillow. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but I've got arthritis/bad knees/old injuries. Listen closely, these movements adapt to you. Can't squat deep? Do tiny pulses. Knees complain? Sit on a higher chair at first. The only wrong way is not trying at all. Here's what's at stake. A study from the Journal of Gerontology found seniors who did exercises like these just twice a week were 89% less likely to need assisted living within 5 years. 89%. That's not hope, that's proof. I want you to picture something with me. It's early morning, and you're sitting at your kitchen table with a cup of coffee. The sun's coming in, the house is quiet, it's peaceful. But here's what really matters in this moment. How did you get to that chair? Did you walk there strong and steady? Or did you shuffle, holding onto counters and walls, feeling just a little unsteady with each step? Because here's the hard truth I've learned after years of working with seniors: how you walk tells me more about your future than any blood test or doctor's exam ever could. And there's one hidden habit, something you're probably doing right now without realizing, that's quietly stealing your balance, your strength, and your independence. It's not your age. It's not even your muscles. It's how you breathe. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But stay with me. A groundbreaking study from the University of Pittsburgh found that seniors with poor breathing patterns were 3 times more likely to need walking aids within 5 years. 3 times. And here's why: every time you take a shallow, weak breath, the kind where only your chest moves, you're robbing your muscles of oxygen. You're teaching your body to live in a state of subtle panic, where even standing up feels like a challenge. But the fix? It's simpler than you think. And you can start right now, even if you're still sitting in that imaginary kitchen chair. The 5-second reset breath. Place one hand on your belly, just below your ribs. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 3 seconds, feel your belly push out against your hand. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale through pursed lips, like blowing out a candle, for 5 seconds. Do this 3 times before you stand up from any chair today. Why? Because this isn't just breathing better. This is rewiring your nervous system to support your movements. When researchers taught seniors this technique, their balance improved immediately, and their risk of falls dropped by nearly 40% in just 8 weeks. Now, let's talk about the kitchen trick I promised you, the one that can undo years of damage while you make breakfast. The countertop balance boost. Tomorrow morning while your coffee brews, stand at your kitchen counter, hold lightly if needed. Lift one foot just an inch off the ground. Keep breathing deeply into your belly. Hold for 10 seconds. Switch feet. That's it. Do this daily, and within weeks, you'll notice something miraculous. Stairs will feel less daunting, getting out of the car will feel smoother, and that fear of falling? It will start to fade. Because you're not just practicing balance, you're reclaiming it. But here's what breaks my heart: so many seniors wait until after a fall to take action. Until after they've lost ground they can't get back. Don't let that be you. The strongest predictor of whether you'll need help isn't your age, it's whether you act before the warning signs become emergencies. So start today. Right now. Take that deep belly breath. Stand up from your chair with intention. And remember, every small victory, every time you choose to move with your strength instead of against your fear, you're writing a different future for yourself. One where you decide how your story goes. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear in the comments, have you noticed small changes in how you move? What's one strength you're proud of? And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend, because everyone deserves to age on their own terms. Here's to your strength, your independence, and the life you're building, one steady step at a time.